I have low self-esteem because of my parents. What can I do? Self-esteem is something that is built little by little since we are very young. Childhood experiences and past actions determine and define the person we become in the future. If since you were a child you have grown up surrounded by parents who value you, love you and transmit such important values in life as empathy, solidarity, respect and honesty, you are probably very happy now and with very clear ideas. Most likely, today you have a strong character and personality that is difficult to manipulate or destroy. Unfortunately, however, this is not always the case. Parents do not always represent that figure that lays the foundations for a happy and fruitful future. Sometimes parents turn their children into introverted, pessimistic, self-destructive and very depressed people. But why does this happen? What mistakes do parents make in the education of their descendants so that they end up being people with very low self-esteem in their adulthood? Low self-esteem can have a profound impact on a person's overall well-being, affecting their relationships, career, and mental health. It is often shaped by various factors, including parental influence. If you find yourself struggling with low self-esteem because of your parents, it's essential to recognize that you have the power to change your self-perception and build a healthier sense of self-worth. Self-esteem is the subjective evaluation we make about ourselves. It represents the extent to which we value and respect ourselves. Self-esteem comprises both cognitive and emotional elements. The cognitive component involves self-perception, self-efficacy, and self-concept, while the emotional aspect pertains to self-acceptance, self-love, and self-compassion. High self-esteem corresponds to a positive self-evaluation, while low self-esteem indicates a negative self-assessment. Understanding the impact of parental influence. Parents are significant figures in our lives, and their influence can shape our self-esteem. If your parents were critical, neglectful, or overly demanding, it can leave a lasting impression on your self-worth. The following factors may contribute to low self-esteem due to parental influence. Negative feedback, consistent criticism, comparisons, or verbal abuse from parents can create a negative self-image. Children often internalize these messages and believe they are unworthy. Neglect, parental neglect, emotional or physical, can lead to feelings of insignificance and abandonment. Children may believe they are not deserving of love and attention. 3. High expectations. Unrealistically high expectations from parents can foster a sense of inadequacy, as children may feel they can never meet these standards. Unhealthy role models. If parents exhibit low self-esteem or engage in self-destructive behaviors, children may learn to mimic these patterns. Overcoming low self-esteem due to parental influence. Self-awareness. The first step in overcoming low self-esteem is to recognize its source. Reflect on your past and identify specific instances or patterns of parental influence that have contributed to your low self-esteem. Understanding the root cause is crucial for healing. Seek professional help. Consider therapy or counseling to address the deep-seated issues related to your low self-esteem. A trained therapist can provide strategies for rebuilding your self-esteem and coping with the emotional scars left by your parents. Challenge negative thoughts. Start questioning the negative beliefs about yourself that stem from your parents' influence. Replace these thoughts with positive affirmations and constructive self-talk. Build a support system. Surround yourself with supportive and nurturing individuals who can counteract the negative influence of your parents. Seek out friends, mentors, or support groups who can encourage your self-worth. Set realistic goals. Instead of striving for unattainable perfection, set achievable goals. Small victories can gradually rebuild your self-esteem, proving to yourself that you are capable and deserving of success. Self-care. Prioritize self-care and self-compassion. Engage in activities that bring you joy, relaxation, and a sense of achievement. Taking care of your physical and emotional well-being is essential for improving self-esteem. Forgiveness. Forgive your parents, not for their sake, but for your own healing. Holding on to resentment can be toxic, and forgiving them allows you to let go of the past and move forward. Low self-esteem stemming from parental influence is a complex issue, but it's not insurmountable. By recognizing the source of your low self-esteem, seeking professional help, and taking active steps to challenge negative beliefs, you can rebuild your self-worth. Remember that your parents' actions and words do not define your entire identity. You have the power to shape your self-esteem and lead a fulfilling and confident life. Why your parents have caused you to have low self-esteem. The root of the problem does not come from now, but goes back a long time, specifically to your childhood. These are some of the things your parents did when you were little and that have caused you to have low self-esteem today. Do you identify with these situations? They underestimated everything you did. You could already do your best to get the best grades in class or to make a handstand with your nose that your parents always thought little. They never appreciated your efforts or congratulated you when you achieved some merit. They demanded a lot of you. For them, a 10 in mathematics meant nothing. They wanted an honors degree. For them, the fact that you were a brown belt in karate had no merit. You had to reach the black belt. They criticized you in public. Your mother was always in charge of embarrassing you by telling all her friends how bad you were or the horrible prank you had done that day at school. They kept comparing you with your sister, with your cousin, with your friends. Each person is unique and has a particular talent, but it seems that your parents did not think so. They always valued the virtues of others more than your own. It's important to recognize that while parents can have a significant influence on a child's self-esteem, low self-esteem is not solely the fault of parents. Self-esteem is a complex interplay of various factors, and blaming parents entirely oversimplifies the issue. Parents can contribute positively or negatively to a child's self-esteem, but they are not the sole determinants. Here are some ways in which parents' behaviors or actions may contribute to low self-esteem in their children. Unsupportive or critical parenting, constant criticism, unrealistic expectations, and a lack of emotional support from parents can erode a child's self-esteem. When children are constantly told they are not good enough or that they should be something other than what they are, it can lead to feelings of inadequacy and low self-worth. Neglect or abandonment, parents who are emotionally or physically unavailable can cause children to feel neglected or abandoned. This can lead to feelings of unworthiness and low self-esteem. Inconsistent parenting, inconsistency in parenting, where rules, boundaries, or consequences are not clearly defined or are constantly changing, can create confusion and insecurity in children, affecting their self-esteem. Overprotection, while parents may have good intentions, being overly protective can hinder a child's ability to develop self-confidence and independence. When children are shielded from every challenge or mistake, they may struggle with self-esteem when faced with the real world. Comparisons with siblings or peers, constantly comparing a child to their siblings or peers can be damaging. These comparisons can make a child feel inadequate and contribute to low self-esteem. Unresolved parental issues. If parents have unresolved personal issues or conflicts, children can be negatively affected. Witnessing conflict or experiencing emotional turmoil at home can lead to feelings of insecurity and low self-esteem. If you feel that your parents' actions or behaviors have significantly impacted your self-esteem in a negative way, it's important to recognize that you have the power to work on rebuilding your self-esteem and leading a healthier, more fulfilling life. Here are some steps you can take. Self-awareness. The first step in addressing low self-esteem is to recognize and acknowledge that it exists. Understand the specific ways in which your parents' actions may have affected your self-esteem. Self-awareness is crucial for initiating change. Seek support. Consider talking to a trusted friend, family member, or therapist about your feelings and experiences. Opening up to someone you trust can provide emotional support and guidance. Therapy and counseling. Consider seeking professional help from a therapist or counselor. Therapy can provide a safe and supportive environment to explore the impact of your upbringing on your self-esteem. A therapist can help you work through your emotions and develop strategies for improving your self-esteem. Challenge negative thoughts. Identify and challenge negative thought patterns that contribute to your low self-esteem. Replace them with more positive and realistic thoughts. Cognitive behavioral therapy (CBT) techniques can be particularly helpful for this. Self-compassion. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend. Be less critical of your flaws and mistakes. Self-compassion can help counteract the negative self-talk that often accompanies low self-esteem. Set realistic goals. Set achievable and challenging goals for yourself. As you accomplish these goals, your sense of confidence and self-efficacy will grow, positively impacting your self-esteem. Build a supportive network. Surround yourself with positive and supportive people who uplift and encourage you. Healthy relationships and social support are essential for improving self-esteem. Self-care. Prioritize self-care activities that promote your physical and mental well-being. This includes exercise, a balanced diet, adequate sleep, and relaxation techniques. Taking care of your physical and emotional health can boost self-esteem. Forgiveness. While it can be difficult, consider working on forgiving your parents. This doesn't mean condoning their actions, but rather letting go of the resentment and anger that may be holding you back from personal growth. Forgiveness can be a powerful tool for your healing process. Education and self-improvement. Invest in personal development and self-improvement. Acquiring new skills, pursuing education, and setting and achieving personal milestones can enhance your sense of accomplishment and self-worth. Journaling. Keeping a journal can help you process your thoughts and emotions, track your progress, and gain insights into your self-esteem journey. Join support groups. Consider joining support groups or communities of individuals who have experienced similar challenges. Sharing experiences and strategies with others can be encouraging and enlightening. Rebuilding self-esteem is a gradual process that may require time and patience. Be kind and patient with yourself as you work on improving your self-esteem. Remember that you have the power to redefine your self-worth and lead a more fulfilling life, irrespective of your past experiences. It's important to note that parents are not always aware of the impact of their actions on their children's self-esteem. In some cases, parents may have their own unresolved issues or challenges that affect their parenting style. Communication, understanding, and, if necessary, seeking professional help can be essential for addressing these issues and promoting a healthy parent-child relationship. However, it's crucial to recognize that self-esteem can also be influenced by external factors, peer interactions, societal pressures, and a person's own internal beliefs. Therapy and self-help techniques can help individuals address and improve their self-esteem, even if they had difficult experiences in their upbringing. Blaming parents for low self-esteem may not provide a constructive path toward personal growth and healing. Instead, self-awareness and a proactive approach to building self-esteem can lead to positive changes and a more fulfilling life. Low self-esteem arising from parental influence can be a formidable challenge, but it is not insurmountable. By understanding the deep-seated effects, seeking support, challenging negative thought patterns, embracing self-compassion, setting achievable goals, nurturing a supportive network, practicing self-care, and working towards forgiveness, you can boost your self-esteem and steer your life toward greater confidence and fulfillment. Always remember that you hold the power to redefine your self-worth and create a brighter, more positive future for yourself. Although it can be a difficult problem to overcome, low self-esteem brought on by familial influence is not impossible. In the journey of life, self-esteem is the cornerstone upon which our thoughts, actions, and overall well-being are built. It shapes our perceptions, influences our relationships, and determines our success and satisfaction in various aspects of life. While parental influence can sometimes cast a long shadow on one's self-esteem, it is important to recognize that self-esteem is not a fixed entity but a dynamic and malleable aspect of our psyche. What to do if your parents have destroyed your self-esteem? If you have felt identified with the above situations, you probably have a very big emotional wound. It is very hard not to feel loved and valued by your parents, but above all, the first thing you have to do is be aware that the fault for the negative feelings you have today is not yours, but your parents. They are the only ones responsible for you losing your self-esteem and, therefore, the first step you have to take to recover it is to get away from them. It is not easy to give up your own family, but if you want to start valuing yourself more, being by their side will not benefit you, especially if today they continue to underestimate you. The second fundamental thing you should do is ask for help from a professional. Going to a psychologist will help you manage those emotions that now make you think that you are useless, transforming them into positive feelings and self-confidence. Once you manage to stop depending on the opinion of your parents, you will free yourself and bring out that person that you really are, a wonderful person, with great qualities and capable of achieving success in everything that is proposed. And lastly, remember, never let anyone tell you that you can't do something.